All right, so we're still playing, and we've hit the ball in the middle. We're up at the line after our return. Now we got to see who of them is going to hit it and where they're going to hit it. The hard, fast passing shot we cover first. That has the most pace. That's the ultimate bullet that we need to first defend. If they hit a dink shot, we have that extra time. We can deal with it. We have footwork. We can get ready for it. If they lob it, we can go get it. But the hard, flat shot that might come right at us, we're thinking of first. Now, this time a good team over here is realizing that the hard, flat shot is not getting them very, very far because we're having good hands and we're dinking it back or we're winning the point. They realize that the importance of coming up to the line far exceed the hard, flat shot. So a good doubles team will, from here, on their third shot, they will hit a dink shot to try and advance up to the line and be in the same situation as these guys. So let's say this player here has a backhand and dinks it over here. It's not an easy shot, but let's say he dinks it over there. This player runs over and gets it. This player has moved with him. Now this team is going to advance a little bit. The ball is here. This is the Terminator. Terminator is right here. So that player here, since the ball is coming from right in front of them, they're responsible for anything in this V, like this. Anything in here all the way up to the net is this person's ball. So they can kind of move forward really fast. They don't have a lot of sideways responsibility. So upon this shot, this person ought to really charge up there. And this player maybe has only come to here by then. But this player is blocking any ball that may come from here. Now this player dinks it back over here. We run out, we let it bounce. This player moves over to the middle. And we're now in the dinking game. Goes back and forth. We shift back and forth. Like this, like this. We're shifting back and forth. Of course, we're not stepping on the line, right? We're behind the line as the dink game goes on. But we're still dividing up the court as far as Terminator and Workhorse goes. The ball is over here on the outside. This player is responsible for a very narrow V. And this player here has all this to cover. 3 areas of the court that this player may hit it into. Lob, boom, he's on it. Down the middle, boom, he's on it. Another dink, boom, he's on it. So this guy's V is much larger. It's not quite 180 degrees, but it's much larger. His sphere of influence, or his funnel that this person can hit into, just that he's the diagonal player, makes his responsibility of the court larger than this player. Many people just play this square and this square, and that's not how it works, because this is a game of angles, and if you have created an angle, the diagonal person has a lot more court to cover than the person straight ahead. So we divide it up in 3 quarters. Now the ball is all of a sudden over here on a little dink shot. We all moving. This player's over here. This player takes the middle. Okay, now this player is having a narrow V. Very narrow V that they can block if it comes in that. But if it's outside that V, it becomes this guy's ball. If he can't get it, here, now it's inside. This guy's V is here and here. So it's almost 180 degrees. So this diagonal player has a much wider funnel to defend. Therefore, he needs to be looking for that. If you are diagonally from the ball, you have to cover the lobs, you have to cover the middle, and you cover the little sharp angle dink. It's a lot. If you don't want to be the runner or the one who has that much court to cover, have the ball in front of you. So if we play in a situation where you have a choice, and we have choices, of course. Let's say we're playing on a point. We have a serving team here. Server is over here. This player can return. This player is already in the net. If this player returns straight, Who has the bigger court to defend next? His partner. This player returns straight, charges the net, charges up to the line, and this player lobs it over here. That's this player's ball. He's not always ready for it. He should be. He's diagonally from the ball. If he doesn't have any legs, can't run very fast, doesn't see a lot, is a weaker player, this return now is not all that good. Because as this ball maybe is a lob here and he doesn't get it, I set him up for that. He was ready for me to hit it back there. If I return back cross court, I'm setting him up to have a very narrow V as the responsibility. He's the Terminator. In front of the ball, he has a narrow V. He doesn't have as much to cover. I have more to cover. I'm coming to the net. I take the lob. I take the middle. I take the dink here. 1, 2, 3. The middle is that cross-court ball here. The diagonal person takes the lob, the hard ball here in the middle, and a little dink here. This player only takes what's inside his little V. Ball is over here. Roles change. This player is now the person with the narrow V. This player is the person who takes the lob, the hard drive in the middle, and the little dink here. 3/4 to 1/4. It's divided up 3/4 and 1/4, not 50-50. And that's the trick to dynamite doubles, that we're dividing up the responsibilities. And the opponents are kind of confused. They don't understand that they can't find an opening. If you do 50-50, there are openings all the time down the middle and with lobs. Nobody knows who takes it. And this is where I see the confusion happens all the time. I want to know who takes what. And if I'm the better player, I'm going to make sure I'm the diagonal person. If I'm the weaker player, I'm going to make sure I'm in front of the ball. So think about that. Think of where you hit the ball as to how much court do you want to defend? How much do you want to run? The more cross court you hit, the more court you have to cover. Good luck.